achievements for the past 20 years for NFC Forum, it's 20 years old now, has been immense. We have seen the adoption of contactless lifestyle pretty much take off. And we have seen NFC Forum contribute to this by the compliance program. And it has opened up wearables. You see smart wearables, rings, which has extended the way consumers bring contactless into their lifestyle. When there are the two parts of an NFC application. There is the one which the consumer or the user is holding, whether it's a phone, a wearable, or a card. And then there is the reader, which the merchant or wherever the user wants to transact with, on a door is there. What NFC Forum does is ensure we have standards to interplay between these two. The providers of these two parts could be from anywhere in the industry, but they have to interoperate. And that, I think, is one single big achievement which NFC Forum has contributed to in the past 20 years. Infineon is having two big aspirations. One is to enable digitalization, and the other is decarbonization. We do believe microelectronics are at the center of decarbonization and digitalization. We understand that ID of people is important, but ID of things is going to become the next big thing for us. And having security and privacy tenets maintained for digital ID of things, which is what digital product passports is in principle asking for, is going to be very important when we are going to have billions of devices deployed in the market for IoT, for various aspects of our lives. Now, when we talk about digital product passport, I do not believe one size would fit all. As a data carrier method, NFC would be one of the many methods that would be out there. And I by no means believe that we would replace QR codes completely. However, we do know QR codes cannot be tamper resistant as much as NFC could be. And this tamper resistance property of NFC and the security property of NFC, which can be brought into products, you can embed security close to an NFC interface, is what I believe is going to be very, very important when we are looking at the entire ecosystem which is going to bring up digital product passports. And then you would need a data carrier, which is taking data acquisition as well as data presentation in a secure and convenient manner. I believe the future for NFC technology is very promising. The way I see it, the future would be in the area of not only digital payments, where it has been a big application, but going into other aspects of our lives, which is digital ID. Digital identity is one of the key things where, similar as payments, we will have to do some kind of interaction. And since consumers would have the ID on them, whether it's in a form factor, a phone, wearable, or a tag or a token even, it would be, I can envision it would be that NFC would be the technology that is used for presentation and or for verification. Another aspect which I can think of is when you're onboarding a device, right? To do it in a secure, private manner, for digital ID wallets, for example. That is where I see as potentially the next big thing for NFC. In my view, standards and innovation interplay. Let me explain. NFC Forum has been around for a long time, 20 years. It's a mature standard. So I'm asked, is there still any innovation left in it? And my answer to that is sure. And let me explain what I mean with it. The air interface between two NFC devices, a reader and a card, or a reader and a mobile phone, or a mobile phone as a reader and a wearable, that air interface is like magic. And NFC Forum has managed to standardize that. Its compliance program has managed to ensure that these products would interoperate. So now we have a critical mass of products out there which are NFC enabled. So that's the play of standards. And now I would like to bring about an aspect of NFC, which is where it transfers power over the air, which is where innovation comes into play. So at Infineon, we have tapped it. We have our actuation controllers and our NFC actuation controllers, which basically make use of this power transfer. And we are able to bring a lock, a smart lock, which basically powers over the air, unlocks with no battery at all, and then you can take your device away and voila, your door is open. So that's just one example of how standards and having in this case, a mobile phone which is NFC enabled can unlock new applications, which would be in this case a passive door lock. The way I see it is with our technical roadmaps that is going to, extend ranges, with this new possibility of no battery, low battery that NFC as a property has, we can unlock a lot of innovation around it, which would enable not only digitalization, but also help the energy requirements in an optimistic manner, I would say, decarbonization.